Let's dive into a core cloud principle: when to use a managed service instead of writing custom code. It all starts with this powerful quote. But what does this liability really look like? So imagine a developer, Timothy. He needs to add some critical security headers to every web response. His first instinct? Write a custom function that runs at the edge for every single request.
And you know what? It worked great. Super fast, adding almost zero latency.
But then his architect, Margaret, asks a great question. Is that really the best solution? She points him to a native AWS feature that's actually built just for this task. It's a tool that lets you statically define headers for CloudFront to add automatically. No code needed. So let's put these two solutions head to head. This is where it gets really interesting. Right away, you see the managed policy requires zero code, it's completely free, and AWS maintains it. By making that one switch, the whole system became simpler, cheaper, and easier to manage. But Timothy brings up a great point. What about dynamic headers coming from his backend servers? Margaret explains that you don't need edge compute for that. It's a core feature of the CDN. On a cache miss, CloudFront just fetches and stores both the object and its specific headers together. And you control this with, you guessed it, another managed feature called a cache policy. This policy just tells CloudFront exactly which origin headers to pay attention to for caching. So now, on a cache hit, you get both the content and the correct headers served instantly. This all leads to the big question: when should you actually reach for custom edge code? It's for truly dynamic logic, or maybe when you're working with a third-party API you can't change. This whole story really demonstrates an architect's golden rule for building on the cloud. Sticking to this makes your systems cheaper to run, way easier to maintain, and more secure. So, I'll leave you with a question. Where in your own systems can you apply this principle?